Hi, I'm Stacey and welcome to my Book Nook. And today we're going to be doing my November wrap up. So, November was similar to October in that I was definitely in a reading slump. Although I appear to have maybe got out of it, so that's a good sign for December. So, in November, we shall start with the stats. In November, I read 3 books. I read 807 pages, which is about 80 less than last month, and is my second worst month of the entire year. The only one I did worse in was, I think, January or February. So, yeah, that's how that's going. So, my average rating came out at a 4.3 because I rated one of these 5 stars and the other two 4 stars. So that's pretty good. At least these last couple of months have been pretty good reading months, to be honest, in terms of the quality that I've been reading, not in terms of the volume. And I read one new author to me and 2 that I'd already read before. And the genres were fantasy, one was a YA fantasy, and then the other one was a thriller. So I'll just talk to you about the books. So the first book that I read in November was The Blood Traitor by Lynette, Noni, and that is the third book in the Prison Healer series, which follows a girl called... What is she called? I can't remember what she's called. But it follows a girl who is the prison healer, and she is, at the beginning, she's in prison, and this traitor queen gets sent to the prison and is supposed to do these trials, but she's so unwell that Kiva, I remember her name now, Kiva does the trials in her stead. And it's got elemental magic, it's got a lot of intrigue, like political intrigue and royalty and lots of little twists and turns, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy the style of writing, and there's always something that surprises me in every single book. So I thought it was a really good end to the series. It was fitting. At times it was a little bit, the pacing was a bit off, I think, and it did feel like some of the story had been cut out for pacing reasons, but I kind of wanted it to be kept in. But I'll just get what I've written here. I've said it's a brilliant and fitting end to the series. I felt emotional and found myself loving characters I didn't expect to. Some quite awful things do happen in this book, and there's a lot of... I liked how it was dealt with in terms of the trauma, because you would get trauma from some of the events in these books. So I feel like that was dealt with really well. And I just enjoyed the hell out of it, really. So the next thing that I read in November was Saga Volume 3, because I just felt like I needed something quick and enjoyable. So that's kind of partially why I read The Blood Traitor, because I knew it would be like that. But Saga definitely was quick and enjoyable. I gave it 4 stars, and I just really enjoy it because it's a graphic novel. So you're basically just looking at some artwork, which is nice. So it follows a couple who've just had a baby, but the couple are from 2 different species in a war. So their species are warring, and they're on the run because they're basically traitors to both of their species. And it's just following their adventures, and I really like it. And there's not really a lot I can say about Saga without spoiling it. But it not only follows them, it follows other characters too, some of which are trying to hunt them down. And it's just a really fun adult ride. Yeah, those are not for children. And the last one that I read, I thought I was definitely slumping. It was bad. So I just wanted something different. I wanted something that wasn't too long and that I'd never read before. Something that would be interesting. So I picked up My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. I picked it up from Libby, so I borrowed it from my library. And I also really enjoyed that one. I gave that 4 stars, and it's exactly what it says on the tin, really. So it's following this woman, and her sister is a serial killer, and it's kind of the themes are kind of about familial ties and what you would do to protect your family. And then she's also very much warring in herself. And it's just really interesting. And I really liked the atmosphere, because all the way through, I've just put it down here, that I liked the sense of dread and foreboding, because this sister is just unpredictable. You do not know what she's about to do next. So you're always, well, I was always in fear for all of the characters. So I couldn't possibly have guessed at the ending, but I really liked it because it was fitting. And that's all I shall say on that subject. So I put down here, there's themes of sisterhood, morality, and duty or loyalty. And I enjoyed reading from the sister's point of view rather than from the serial killer or from a victim or a victim's family or whatever. And seeing the use of manipulation and such. And so I actually studied criminology, and I did my dissertation at university, and I did my dissertation on psychopaths. So I find that kind of stuff really, really interesting. And yeah, I would potentially say that she might be a psychopath. So that's all the things that I read in November. That's my wrap up done. I'm hoping that December will be better for my reading. So far it is, but you just never know what's going to happen. And I've had a bit more time than I thought I would to read in, so I'm probably not going to have as much time going forward, but we shall see. We'll see. So thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.